Helen, congratulations.
Thank
Just
you.
made ninth world team. One more than Jordan Burroughs, and I just thought about that. But I kind of want to back up and get into what you were talking about on the mat. I heard rumors about, you said brain injuries, I said concussion or something, but what happened?
I can't really discuss what happened yet, just because it's got 3 weeks left to get through Worlds. But it was it was a lot. I'll just say that it was very few people know what actually happened, and it's very quiet about it, and you can pretty much hide anything, posting a good Instagram post every now and then, and so it's kind of just a lot of time being bedridden, under the radar, and I really didn't know if I was ever going to wrestle again, or B, if I could come back in time. So I mean, really, my plan this summer was like, all I care about is my health, and if I'm healthy enough to do this wrestle-off, cool. If in 2 weeks I'm healthy enough to wrestle at Worlds, cool. But if there's anything that even feels slightly I'm not ready, then I'm not risking it. So really, I did my first live practice, I think, a week and a half ago. So I was very nervous to wrestle 6 minutes here. I'm like, oh, yeah, it just, had coaches, coach I'm working with said before, he's like, it's not going to be perfect right now. It's just whatever's optimal, the next best thing, the plan B, and that's what I had to go for this time around.
Sure. Man, what's it like, I guess, mentally, emotionally, when you're bedridden? You don't seem like a person who likes to sit around, and you got stuff you want to do. Like, how did you mentally, emotionally handle that?
Yeah, if it was just bedridden, that wouldn't even be bad. Everything, yeah, it was just a lot. I would say, yeah, something emotional and psychological and mental. I don't really have, I'd rather say nothing than get into it, because I just, it was a very hard year. I learned a lot, but you know what? It led me to become way stronger. I remember walking around every day just thinking like, I'm so broken, and in every way, shape, and form. And the one thing that my parents and loved ones kept reminding me is, you'll come out stronger for this. And it was a hard, ugly, messy, tough process, but I definitely did. And yeah, I'm really grateful that I get to wrestle right now. I mean, you look at, there's some injuries right now that people are suffering that are far more serious, that the recovery is way longer, and I'm blessed. I'm very grateful that I got to come back to this sport, and I just want to honor my country and to honor the people that believed in me, and to just step on the mat and give everything. I earned the spot. I earned the right to go step out on the mat and represent my country, and that's what I want to do. I'm really grateful for the people that have come and stood by my side and helped me to prepare for that.
So,
I'm sure there was like a lot of maybe conversations with people like, should I sit this year out or no? It sounds like a really scary event. So, I mean, how did those go, and what ultimately led you to decide to go ahead and wrestle?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen, like, it's kind of funny, I don't read the forums, but I think I was talking to Jaden, like, Jaden got me into the forums for a period of time. I'm like, Jaden. But I was reading some of the comments, and it was kind of funny to me, because I'm like, A, like, some people you don't really know the extent of my injury, and B, I'm like, man, I've seen more neurologists and specialists than most people. I mean, I've seen one in every part of the country, like east, west, north, south, like whatever, you name it, I've been all over. And so there were tons of varying opinions, but I got cleared, to wrestle. It's just a matter of, do you want to do it this year? And a lot of stuff you just have to play by ear. Like, if at any point, if any symptoms or things came back, I mean, I would, that was it. Like, you didn't, a coach didn't have to pull me. I was gonna walk away. I was really, I care about my quality of life, and I think that's why I got into other things like dancing and cooking, and like, I'm just, I'm in class at church. I mean, I'm just like, I'm doing everything now, because I'm just, wow, I really appreciate just this life that I have, and I appreciate my health, and I want to make the most of life. So,
That's mine.
That's your daughter? She just fell down the stairs.
She's tough. She's got a good mom. Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Will you coach her?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, how'd you feel about the way the match, the way you performed?
You know what? I've never gone a whole year without really competing, so it was so it was so hard to remember little things about what it felt like. And the first match, everything felt slow motion. I'm like, what am I doing? What's my go-to move? Like, when do I walk out? Do they call me? Like, you know, it's just. But I think towards the end of that, in the second match, I definitely am like, man, I just want to enjoy this. I'm healthy. I get to be here. I want to make sure that I enjoy this and I wrestle the best of my ability. And I'm super excited now to go back to training and to get ready for Worlds. So.
Will you link up with the team right away, or you know, because of what you're dealing with, are you going to have to do your own thing?
No, so the team, like I discussed this with Terry a couple weeks ago about possibilities. So I think they leave the 12th for acclimation camp in Italy. So I'll go with them, but it doesn't make sense to go back for 3 days and then fly back to the East Coast to fly over to Italy. So, you know, I got some training in Maryland set up for the next week and some possibilities in New York set up. And, you know, I'll just get my training in here and then meet up with the team. So, which I'm really excited. I haven't seen these girls in like forever. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Going back to tonight and your opponent, Alex has said before, I'm such a huge fan of Helen, and I know you talked to her dad a little bit today. You said she's a huge fan. She cried when you won Olympic gold. What's that like now, wrestling kind of a fan that, you know, they're coming up? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Like,
that's great question.
You know, that's really interesting. I was you know, I've seen her a couple times and we never spoke, so I'm like, I don't know if this is because we're about to be wrestling in a couple months. I don't know if it's that you're shy, you know, I don't know. And then right before the first match, her dad just came up and started talking to me and you know, saying these nice things, and I'm like, oh wow, this is so crazy. I feel kind of old, like, but it's, you know, my first, you know, my like competitive instinct is like, hey, this competition, like, we'll talk after. Like, I'm about to wrestle you in 30 minutes. I like, I'm not in friend zone right now, but that's just my crazy. So anyways, it was like super cool, and I'm really excited to get to talk to her. So yeah, she's good. She went to my college, to the university that I went to, so all my teammates know her, so it was really cool. I'm like, oh, I've heard of you, I just never, you know, met you yet. So
yeah, she had a great season.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Reactions to making your 9th world team, how are you feeling?
I'm just grateful. You know, sometimes, you know, there's definitely been times where I've taken all of this for granted, and I just never want to do that. You know, you never know when that road is going to end, and I just want to make sure that I'm living in the moment, really enjoying everything while I can, and not that comes naturally to me now that I went through an injury. I mean, I'm still going to have to work for that mindset and choose the right attitude, but 9 world teams, I mean, you know, a kid I was training with, I was telling him, I'm like, man, I didn't feel good today, I didn't feel sharp, and he's like, what would 14-year-old Helen think of, you know, 27-year-old Helen? And I'm like, she would think she's the coolest.
Yeah.
I'm like, at 14, I never thought that this is where I would be, 9 world teams and Olympics, and, you know, so I think that perspective helped a lot. So again, I'm just grateful.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the time. Definitely looking forward, wishing you the best, and look forward to seeing a healthy Helen out in Budapest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.